All right, round two of our tier list. Let's keep it detailed, not just throw names around. And seriously, let's avoid making any weapon the star of the show. We saw what happened last time.
It's not like we're the ones tweaking the game balance, but fine. Let's be more thoughtful this round. Let's consider utility, versatility, and how they match our strategic styles.
Barack acting like it's not your fault once again? Let's get this straight. I literally woke up last day only to realize that the slugger got violently beaten to death. Like, Barack, what the heck?
Hold on, don't pin this on me. It's not like I personally nerfed the slugger. We're just discussing weapons here.
Nerf? Bro, that shit literally got violated. Seems like every time you favor a weapon, it gets the hammer. Maybe lay off endorsing anything this time?
Exactly. Every weapon you touch turns to dust. Maybe we should just have you talk up the ones we hate.
Funny, Donald. I'll remember that next time you ask for advice.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, we need to consider the community's reaction. We don't want a repeat of the slugger incident.
Right. And maybe this time, Barack, you can use your influence to boost a weapon instead of dooming it.
It's the game developers who make those calls, not me.
Nah, Barack, it's all your fault.
Yeah, Barack, maybe just whisper your top picks to us, keep it off the record. You really messed up there.
Can you get off my black ass for 1 minute?
All right, we've got all the weapons down. They haven't snuck in any new ones without us noticing, have they?
No new weapons, but there are new stratagems. Not on today's agenda, but how about we tackle those in our next session?
Good idea, Joe. Though when we do, we'll need a clear classification. Stratagems span several categories: orbital, airstrike, support, and, well, the less impressive ones.
Airstrikes, huh? Bet you're a fan of those, Barack, given your history with city bombings?
Preferable to your approach of friendly fire incidents. At least my strategies had precision.
Yeah, precision about killing civilian, right?
Let's not get too historical here. Remember, it's about how these stratagems play out in-game. Though, speaking of history, we might need to ensure we're not repeating any unfortunate mistakes.
Mistakes? Speak for yourself. When I pick a stratagem, it's like picking a cabinet member, only the best.
Interesting analogy, Donald, considering, well, let's just say best is subjective.
Well, what should we do? Start blind?
No, Donald, I have a better idea.
I wonder if we should have called the video How to Make a Tier List from Scratch rather than Rank Weapon Tier List Helldivers.
Come on, Donald, you have to admit these comments are gold sometimes. Also, for once we get a ton of them, let's take note of them and then we can judge based on the stats. Believe me, everyone will copy our list to make their own video.
Yeah, and this time I'm going to keep myself down so no one says it's my fault.
Now that would be a first, but maybe you're right. Let the community guide us a bit more this time.
We're tapping into the wisdom of the crowd. Some of these players have insights we might have overlooked.
Wisdom of the crowd, sure, but let's not forget the wisdom of experience.
All right, let's dive into the easy picks. Those unchanged relics from the last patch. It's like revisiting an old, somewhat disappointing friend.
Speaking of disappointments, let's talk about the Blitzer. C tier because it's like that one venture of mine, didn't quite hit the mark but had its moments. And let's reserve D for the true catastrophes, the kind that makes you wonder if it's secretly sabotaging you.
And then there's the shotgun. It deserves...
Easy, Barack. Let's not start a cult following here. We're aiming for balance, not a nerf apocalypse.
All right, Mr. Cheetos, the shotgun goes in A, solid but not earth-shattering. Was that diplomatic enough, or do I need to dial it back?
That's perfectly moderate, like diet soda. Doesn't quite thrill, but doesn't disappoint.
All right, team, let's tackle the incendiary shotgun. We're placing it in S tier, correct? It's like the hot sauce of weaponry. Adds a kick to everything.
Joe, I'm thinking it's more of an F tier. You know, like my attempts at singing. Enthusiastic, but ultimately a bit of a letdown.
Come on, Joe, it's an A. S is reserved for the unicorns of our arsenal. This one's just a workhorse that got a little extra spice. And Barack, trying to be the edgy contrarian again, we said don't glorify, not bury the treasure, you nocturnal creature.
My bad. Thought we were rating based on surprise factor, like finding out your health plan actually
Stop sucking
covers
dick
something.
and let me suck my own dick.
Joe, you raptorious pedophile freak, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oops, I've been singing that rap song out of my head again. Anyway, given the bullet buff and general fire damage increase, the incendiary shotgun is practically a dinner bell for chaos. It's not every day your weapons update turns it into a monster.
Poof, I'm so sick of you guys. Anyway, sure, but not Godzilla level. It's like a real estate deal that's just shy of a Trump Tower. A tier because it's impressive but doesn't redefine the skyline.
So, we're saying it's got the heat, thanks to the buffs. Sort of like when you accidentally hit reply all with a spicy email. Good, but you might not want that kind of attention every time.
Exactly, Barack. It's about knowing when to unleash that firestorm. Next up, the spray shotgun. I'm putting this one straight into C tier. It's like that shotgun with a lot of ammo. Impressive at first glance, but after a few games you realize there's better. Those two shotguns we've got in A tier, they're there for a reason.
Promises a lot, but there are clubs that'll get you further on the green. The spray shotgun doesn't cut it for B tier. It's like a luxury hotel without the luxury.
Bro, just say it's a scam. No need to be that long.
You know, it's a bit like when you try a new recipe. It seems like a good idea because it has all these ingredients, but then you realize why the classics are classics. The spray shotgun, more of a novelty than a staple in our arsenal.
All right, we're also ranking secondary weapons this time. The laser gun is dog shit. Not even worth the farming, and I won't explain why. You guys probably already heard about it.
I remember when that laser gun was introduced, felt like a big deal.
Yeah, sure, Barack, like one of those innovative products you see on late-night infomercials, right? So what tier are we thinking? If it's as bad as we're saying, I guess it's landing in F.
F tier it is. And let's be honest, calling it dog shit might be too kind. It's like showing up to a gunfight with a slingshot.
Well, hopefully, nobody wastes their time farming for it now. On to the next one. We've got a lot of ground to cover, and not all of it's going to be as easy as this one.
Joe, I think you can take the next two and put them in B. I think few people will be against this choice. In any case, this sniper rifle is A against automatons, and if you want gameplay like Sneaky.
True, I was a little harsh at the time regarding this precision rifle, but it's not too bad, honestly. On the other hand, its big green brother is an alcoholic. You're the crazy one in D tier. Worst weapon in the game.
Yikes, that was brutal. But if it's as unreliable as a $2 bill in a high-stakes poker game, then D tier it is. We're here to rank them honestly, after all.
Well, when does the Dominator get its moment in the A-tier spotlight? This gun is not just cool, it's a game changer, insanely effective.
What did Barack say? Oh yes, super cool and insane. That's the reasoning. It's surely in D tier then. The Dominator, more like it got absolutely dominated by this patch indeed, haha.
Donald, what the heck are you doing? We're trying to rank these objectively.
I'm trying to save that darn gun, you idiot. By setting the expectations low, it can only impress.
You guys are unbelievable.
All right, Draxus, you cut that part of the video, since those three weapons that just appeared out of nowhere are in the same place as the previous tier list.
Bro, stop breaking the fourth wall and shit. All right, I think the penetrator rifle clearly is an A tier now. No need to explain that too much. The gun got a full auto mod now, and the slugger nerf got the penetrator gun a good place, thanks to Barack.
Glad to see my influence is finally being recognized for the right reasons. The penetrator stepping up is like my healthcare reform.
Bro, that was fucking sarcasm, come on.
What about the little gun next door?
I'm going to place it in C because I have absolutely nothing to say about it. It's like that guest at a state dinner who blends into the wallpaper, present but not memorable.
And the Punisher? I guess I'm not allowed to say too much, so I'll just say S tier, keeping it simple to avoid any backlash.
I agree with that. With the slugger gone, this weapon is probably the best shotgun right now. It's like when I found a replacement for my old golf caddy. Suddenly my game improved.
Definitely S tier. It's stepping up like my administration when I'm out of town. Takes charge and doesn't miss a beat.
Are we talking about the same administration?
All right, that plasma shotgun is still in D tier. And the redeem pistol? Clearly in S tier, nothing to say about that. Insanely good when you need to hit and run. I mean, it's not an MMO, of course, but you guys get what I mean. Like, come on. I make an unbelievable effort to succeed in placing one sentence.
If only you could be so understandable in real life.
I imagine that for the future, we can put the Scorcher gun in A tier. Last time, we really messed it up.
Ah, yes, only because it's S tier in one aspect, is that right? It's like finding a good running mate. Works wonders in specific situations, but might not be the choice for every battle.
All right, let's wrap this up with some definitive rankings. The plasma gun, F tier, no contest. It's about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Now the revolver, well, D tier. The only reason it's not bunking with the plasma gun in F is because it's got style. And let's face it, we all have a soft spot for a good revolver. It's like wearing a tuxedo to a fast food joint. Overkill, but you've got to appreciate the effort.
The sickle, on the other hand, straight to S tier. It's like finding a bipartisan bill that actually works. Rare but incredibly satisfying. And the slugger, well, thanks to Barack's infamous endorsement, it's taken a tumble to D tier. It's like that time we tried to improve healthcare, had good intentions but faced more resistance than anticipated.
Ah, the slugger. My bad, guys. I guess my support is the kiss of death for weapon rankings. It's like giving a speech in the rain without an umbrella. Started off strong, but quickly became a mess. And for the record, that healthcare jab, Joe? Low blow, but point taken.
Let's not forget, though, every weapon has its day and every tier list is subject to change.
Bro, come on, it's all in good fun and for the love of the game.
True, and let's hope our rankings don't lead to any unexpected nerfs or buffs. Just kidding, there is no way it's because of us. Clearly it's not. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.